It is another Lions game day, and I feel like it's been forever, even though it's only been about 2 weeks. But we're just gotten through the bye week, and the Lions are here taking on the Jags on the road. My name is Stick. This is Woodward Sports. Thank you for tuning in to the pregame show. Anson is under the weather today. He texted me about an hour ago saying that he was not feeling well. So sorry about that, Anson. But we got to talk about the Lions. We got to talk about the Jags, and we got to talk about Brandon, who's just checking in. What's up, Brandon? Thanks for checking in. Big game today. It's kind of whichever team loses, their coach is going to be fired on Monday, I feel. And I think that's kind of the consensus around the league. Matt Patricia has had 2 weeks to prepare for one of the worst defenses in the league. Last week, they gave up over 350 yards to Deshaun Watson. They gave up 3 touchdowns. Fells ran all over them, so I expect Hawkinson to kind of have a big game today. What's up, Kenny Burke? Thanks for checking in. So the Lions really need to focus on stopping one guy and one guy only. That is Gardner Minshew. And I know that we've talked about him all season long. I kind of have a man crush on Gardner Minshew. I love his moxie. I love the way this guy plays. You're going to see him today. I think he's going to stretch out a couple runs a little further than most people give him credit for because he's a pretty mobile quarterback. But I do think that his offensive line is horrible. So that is up to Matt Patricia to draw up a game plan to get some pressure on Minshew. That is going to be the key of this entire game. If he can sit back or they establish the run with Robinson first, it is going to be a long day for the Detroit Lions secondary. Because I like Laviska Shenault, and I see that DJ Shark, he didn't really practice all week. He practiced on Friday. They said he's questionable for today's game, but he's probably going to play today. I love their wide receivers. I like what they do in the offense. It's creative. They go over the top a lot. So if the Lions do not get pressure on Gardner Minshew, it's going to be a bad day down there in Florida. Hey, what's up, Christina? Thanks for checking in. So that is one thing that we got to focus on. The other thing we got to focus on is protecting Matt Stafford. That is, the Lions playing the Jags this week are pretty much a mirror image of each other. I believe they're 1-4. We're 1-3. Both coaches are on the hot seat. The only difference is the Jags are younger. Like we have some more veterans on our team, but the Jags, their rookie running back is their starter. Minshew is only in his second year. Laviska Shenault is a rookie. DJ Chark is in his third year. We got some established veterans, so that's why I think that we will probably pull this out in the end. Vegas has us at, -3? So if you were a betting person, I would definitely take the points. I think the Lions are going to cover the 3 points. They'll probably win by about 2 touchdowns today. My guess is going to be around 28-14. That's what the score is going to be. But saying that, I started Gardner Minshew in my fantasy league because I think I need some points. And Dak Prescott almost killed himself last week. So I had to go with Gardner Minshew. If you have any fantasy questions, if you're going back and forth about who you think you should start, post them below. We had some good conversations last week, and I won a couple bets. Jamison Crowder coming through, helping me win. But if you didn't check out the article that's online right now at woodwardsports.com, I got my 5 fantasy players that you should start with the quarterback. Why can't you take out the Jags after the bye week where Patricia should have been fired? Then he needs to go. Bottom line. I agree with you, Kenny Burke. I totally agree with you. I think if you can't beat the Jags coming off 2 weeks, it's time to go. I actually thought he was time to go before the bye week. I didn't think he would make it through the bye week, and the fact that he was back on that Monday giving the press conference, that kind of scared me because it kind of showed that they're committed to this guy. But what I'm looking for is them to win. That's what I'm looking for. Them to win this game. Let's get to 2-3. Then we got Atlanta coming in, and who the hell knows what can happen with Atlanta. They could get out to a huge lead and blow it just like we do sometimes. But let's get back into fantasy football talk. So if you have any fantasy football questions, drop them below. But my starters for the week, Gardner Minshew, I do have him down as somebody that you should have starting in your fantasy football league. This is the second time this year I put him down as a must start. He's actually a top 13 or top 12 quarterback now because you can't really count Dak anymore, even though he's the number one. So everybody moves up a slot. So Minshew is worthy of a start in a 12-man league. The Lions don't pressure the quarterback well. Minshew's shown to be like a 300-yard, 2-touchdown guy all season long, and I don't see that slowing down today against the Lions. And speaking of the Lions, I got a Lion that you should start because I think it's time. This is the time that we unleash DeAndre Swift. Let this guy go. Let this guy catch balls out of the backfield. Give him about 15 to 19 touches out of the backfield, plus probably about 9 throws, 9 targets. And I think DeAndre Swift could be a difference maker in today's game. Adrian Peterson's been kind of nursing an injury all week. They said he was going to play. They said he wasn't going to play. Now he is going to play. But I think it's time to turn over everything we can to DeAndre Swift. That is our future. He looked great against the Saints. I love the way they were using him out of the backfield in the first half. I've mentioned it a couple times. So they need to keep doing that. Feed the ball to DeAndre Swift. I see him having a big game today. Your wide receiver. Now, this is kind of, Anson was on me last week for always talking about guys that are kind of logical starts anyways and not really reaching. So my reach for the week, Golden Tate. I think Golden Tate will have a decent game. Hold on, what did that say, Dan? Chase or CeeDee? Ooh, that's tough, man. I went against CeeDee last week and it kind of bit me in the ass, so I'll take CeeDee. I like the way Andy Dalton looked when he came in the game last week. I think Dalton's a capable quarterback. I don't think that offense is going to change too much. They're going to run the ball a little bit more, but I definitely think the wide receivers are going to be there all season long for the Cowboys, no matter who the quarterback is. So CeeDee Lamb taught me a lesson last week. I don't want to go against him again. So that's where I would be going, Dan. That's my advice to you. But if you got this guy on your bench, Golden Tate. We haven't heard much of Golden Tate this season, okay? He started off injured. He's worked his way back into the rotation for the Giants, and he's going up against Washington's defense. Washington's defense is kind of middle of the pack. They can pressure the quarterback, but I don't really love their secondary. So if they're pressuring the quarterback, you don't really love the secondary. What's Golden Tate great at? Catching those little short routes, little dumps out of the backfield. That's where I think Danny Dimes is going to go a lot this week. So if you got Golden Tate and you're looking for a wide receiver to start in your lineup, you may want to squeeze him in. Tight end, here we go. Austin Hooper. Hooper has been getting a lot of good targets lately from Baker Mayfield. He started out the season with 2, then he went to 4, then he had another 4, then he had 7, then he had 10. So as you can see, he's just trending up and up and up and up in that offense. So I like Austin Hooper to continue to get those 10 targets this game. And if he can do that, maybe catch 5 of them, turn it into 60 yards and a score, I'd be happy with Austin Hooper in my lineup all day. I got to say what's up to Sean McCown, and I got to say what's up to Josh Baker checking in. If you have any fantasy football questions, you're going back and forth on who you should start, playing Hooper over Higbee. I think that's a good call, Dan. He's in my must-start this week. Baker's kind of fallen in love with him. Their running game's a little bit off since Chubb is out. I don't trust D'Ernest as much as I trust Chubb, so I love the tight end playing for Cleveland right now. And I like their backup, too, Hunter Bryant. I think he's a good player, too. What's up, Andrew? How do you say your name? Mon? What's up, Mon? I'll just say it like that. So, Dan, yeah, I would definitely go Hooper over Higbee. I do like Los Angeles offense, but I see those wide receivers getting too many of the targets lately. Higbee started out the season great, but I haven't seen a ton out of him. So that would be who I would be starting. The people I'm going back and forth with this week on my fantasy team, Antonio Gibson or Joe Mixon. That's what I keep going back and forth, or McLaurin. This is my flex spot, so that's who I keep going back and forth. I think Antonio Gibson against the Giants defense is going to be a good play. But you never know with Mixon, and it's one of those guys where if you do sit him, you know it's going to bite you in the ass. So, it's tough for me. I think I'm going to go with Mixon, but But we'll see. We'll see. I still got, an hour and a half or 2 hours before game time. Another question that I had coming in for the lineup for starting at quarterback was, who would you rather start, Matthew Stafford or Gardner Minshew? And like we've been talking, they're pretty much mirrors of each other, these teams. So I don't know if you can go wrong. Sal asked me that question, so shout out to Sal if you're watching. What up to Colin checking in? How you doing, Colin? I don't know. I could see this game being a shootout between the Lions and Jacksonville, but I could also see it being, the ball's going to be kind of slippery down there. The defenses aren't very good, but it could be one of those games where everybody steps up. I hope it's a high-scoring game. I hope this is an entertaining game for the Lions, and I hope the Lions win. I know a lot of people are rooting for them to lose, so Patricia gets fired. Like, that'll happen naturally. Just let the course of Patricia's career take care of itself. But I don't want them to lose every game they play. I want to watch the Lions win. That's why I watch football, right? I want to watch the Lions win. If it's down to a last-second field goal, I'm going to be rooting for the Lions to kick it. I want the Lions to win, so hopefully they will. I got them winning 28-14, but I could see this game getting up into like the 42-35 range, which I really hope to see. And in that case, both Matthew Stafford and Minshew had big games. So if I'm going back and forth, I'll probably take Stafford because I think the Lions have a better overall team. So that's your look at the Lions pregame. This is kind of a big game for both sides. Whoever loses, I think their coach is going to get fired. Like, for real. You imagine that? Like, what is this, week 6, and it's already kind of like the toilet bowl with coaches. Whoever loses is going to get fired. So hopefully the coaches will not leave anything on the field. We're going to see trick plays. We're going to see fake punts. We're going to see blocked field goals. We're going to see all types of crazy shit because these coaches have to keep their job. Matt Patricia has to keep their job. What's up, Sean Dondada? Matt Patricia, I'm sick of the conservative stuff. I want to see crazy blitzes on defense. Like, if you lose to Jacksonville, it's over. It's over. Your whole career is over if you lose to Jacksonville, so you can't do it. So I'm looking for some gadget plays today. I want to see some fun football. It's been 2 weeks. The Lions are ready. They've had 2 weeks to prepare. If you can't beat Jacksonville on 2 weeks, you got to go. You just got to go. And I'm sorry. I want to see the next coach come in. I want to see this team get to the next level real quick. I'm sick of waiting around. I know a lot of people have been waiting around their whole lives, but the Lions will get there. It just happens that they got to get through some shit right now, and that shit is Matt Patricia. And I always root for them to win. I want Matt Patricia to win, but sometimes you just got to understand that, hey, his fate is probably sealed in Detroit. So let's get some wins, man. Let's pocket some of those wins. Let's get it to at least 3-3. Let's beat Atlanta next week, so I can at least have some fun this season. I don't like being pissed off in week 1, week 6. Like, the Lions are supposed to be fun. This is our team. This is what we wait all season for. I wait all season. I love the other sports so much, but nothing compares to football. So I wait through everything for Lions football, and I definitely don't want to see them lose today. Definitely over Bob for Matt if we lose. I agree, Sean. There's no other way to look at this game. This is do or die, and I'm probably, there's another dude sitting in Jacksonville right now on his couch that's a Jags fan saying the same thing. Like, it's Marone's last chance. I mean, he's built a good team, but if he doesn't do it, and it's really true. So we should see these coaches go all out today. And if one of them doesn't, they're done. So I'm excited for the football that we're going to be able to see today. The Detroit Lions are going to win. We're going to beat them. We're going to cover the over. It's only 3 points. The Lions are going to win by at least 14. So I would take the over on that. Let me look. Hold on. I forgot what the over-under. Over-under Detroit Lions. Let's see. Who we got? Jacksonville. Over, under. Come on, man. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Over, under. 54.5. That's a lot of points. So yeah, my prediction of 28-14 would definitely be the under. But like I said, this could blow up. We could see 42 points out of the Lions. I would love to see that. I'd love to see Hawkinson have a big game. After what Darren Fells did to Jacksonville's defense last year, I don't know. Kenny, it looks like it's either moved from your end or on my end, it's gone up a bit. 54.5. You got 53.5. Either way, that's a lot of fucking points to score. So I hope the Lions can do it. I hope the Lions cover it by themselves. That'd be great. Let's see. That's from BetMGM. The quarterback to Jackson manages the game very well. No, I agree. I know you weren't here for the beginning part of the conversation, but that's exactly what I said, man. If we don't get pressure on this guy, we're going to lose it. And people underestimate Gardner Minshew and how sneaky he can be when he runs the ball. Because a lot of times you look for that deep pass because this offense loves to push the ball down the field. We got man coverage. They're going to have their backs to the quarterback, chasing DJ Chark and Laviska Shenault all the way down the field. And Minshew's going to run for like 15, 20 yards at a time. Like, I'm serious. Minshew's going to have a big rushing game if we don't get pressure on him. I almost picked up Trey Flowers in my Dynasty League so I could start him as my independent defensive player for the line because Jacksonville is like 30th in pass protection? I think they've let up 16 sacks already this season. So this is the team. This has to be the team to get it done with. They're giving you every opportunity. They're not good at blocking. All they have is their athleticism. So if we got to keep up with them, like Jeff Okudah, I want to see him matched up on Laviska Shenault. I want to see those two rookies go at it. I want to see their rookie cornerback go at it with Kenny Golladay. What's up, Dave? Promo Dave checking in. Dave, you got any fantasy football questions? I know you had some last week, and I think we helped you out. So, yeah, if anybody has any fantasy football questions for the lineups, let me know, and we'll see if we can give you some advice. Like I said, I'm still going back and forth on Gibson or Mixon starting in my team, or McLaurin. This is for my flex position. I love what they're doing with Antonio Gibson in Washington, and if he can keep getting those targets out of the backfield, he's going to be such a weapon. Also, if you have a trade that you want to know about, let me know. I'll give you some advice on that. But either way, the Lions kick off in about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to get my pregame stuff ready. Hopefully, I can be on after the game, and we can all talk about a Lions victory, how we're 2-3, how we got shitty Atlanta coming in, and how we can get to 3-3 and get back in the playoff chase. Because don't forget, the NFL added another playoff spot this year. So the Lions' chances of making it to the playoffs this year are greater than they've ever been. So all we got to do is make it to that 500 record, and we're right in the talk. Oh, you think so, Promo? Gibson all day. All right. All right. If I take your advice and you lose, I'm going to be very upset at you. I don't know, man. Mixon is one of those guys where you can't sit him. You know, you got to ride that horse all season long if that's your guy. Honestly, let's just lose this. No, man. No. If this was like game 13, the Lions were already out of the playoffs, the season was over, like then I'd be like, yeah, okay, we can lose this game. Let's try to go for Trevor Lawrence. But dude, this is only 5 games into the season. You know, if we get to 500, who the hell knows what can happen? Football is a crazy sport like that. You know, when teams get into the playoffs coming in as a wild card, if they get hot, that's it. It's just one game. It's any given Sunday. So I just want the Lions, I can't give up on them yet. Like I said, if this is week 13 and they're on life support, yeah, okay, lose to the Jags. Let's get this over with. But it's too early in the season to just flat out give up yet. So I can't do it. Even though I see it with my eyes, I can't do it with my heart, if that makes any sense. And yes, we are inconsistent. That's why I love Jim Caldwell. He was like the model of consistency, man. I know a lot of people knock Jim Caldwell for not being Mr. Personality and all that stuff, but I love Jim Caldwell when he was here. He was the best Lions coach to ever put on a headset. And the reason I say to put on a headset, because I'm assuming in 57 they did not have headsets. But yeah, for real, if you hate Jim Caldwell, or you think he wasn't a good coach, or you think if we didn't give him more time he couldn't have gotten us there, I think you're fooling yourself. Jim Caldwell, like, you look at all these established franchises, you look at all the franchises that get to the playoffs consistently, that fight for Super Bowls, like take the Steelers, for instance. They're not in the Super Bowl every year, right? But we know damn well Mike Tomlin is a good coach, and Mike Tomlin can put them in a position to win. That's what Jim Caldwell was to us. Like, if we would have given him more than 4 years, if he would have been here 15 years, like Tomlin's been there, like Coward was before him, we would have gotten that Super Bowl. I'm convinced of it. I'm really convinced of it. But we cut it short. We got rid of him for some ungod knows. Well, we know the reason. Quinn came in and it wasn't his guy. Like, I can understand that as somebody who's worked in radio and who's run radio stations. Like, when you get to a new spot, you want to put the people you trust in those spots. So I understand why Quinn wasn't completely sold on Caldwell, but you got to also understand it's your job as the GM to know when you have a valuable asset, when to keep him, when to let him go, and it wasn't time to let him go. 9-7 is not the time to let him go. Jim Caldwell should still be the Lions coach today, but he's not. We're here today. Matt Patricia needs to win to save his job, and let's hope it happens, all right? So let's go Lions. Comment. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for watching it. It's the pregame show, Woodward Sports. We're about to blow this up. There's going to be some big things happening. All these pregame shows are no longer going to be done on my couch. Starting next week, we are going to do them from the studio, and then we're going to have some fun shit happening during the games. So hopefully you guys can watch along there. But thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting Woodward Sports. Let everybody, all your friends know. Go invite them. If you're on the page right now, please invite all your friends, and it's real easy. Just click on community, click on invite friends, select all, and boom. You can select all your friends like that, and it really helps us. We're trying to grow this Detroit sports digital thing organically. We're not some big fucking corporation that's coming into town. We're Detroit sports fans who actually love the sport. We're not like 97.1 The Ticket that's going to sit here and bash the team all damn day. We're sports fans, man, and that's who we got working for us. We're people that are from Detroit. We're people that will be in here and will be rooting for the Lions no matter where they're at, unfortunately, but fortunately, because we're Detroit fans. We're different, man. Other people can try to come in here and deliver sports to Detroit, but they just can't do it because they don't know. They don't know what it's like to be a part of the Detroit sports community. They don't know what it's like when the Red Wings win. They don't know what it's like when the Pistons win. They don't know what it's like when the Tigers win. I don't know what it's like when the Lions win, but I'm hoping I find out before I die. So thank you all for watching this. Thank you all for supporting Woodward Sports. Like I said, please share this video. Please share this with your friends. Invite your friends. We want to get to 3,000 people before the end of next week on our Facebook page. We're a little over 2,000 right now. If we get to 3,000, I'll give out 5 t-shirts. Let's say that. How about that? If we get to 3,000 people before the end of the week on our Facebook page, I'll give out 5 Woodward Sports t-shirts to random people that follow us. So please invite people, do your thing. Thank you very much for watching. Let's go Lions. I know some people want them to lose, but not today. Not to Jacksonville, not to the mustache.